Hello everyone and welcome to Rock On Spotlight, your first stop for great independent music from all over the globe. I'm your host, Sherry Emily.
And I am your co-host, Sheldon Snow.
We here at Rock On Spotlight want to give you all an outlet to shine and be heard. So if you want to book a night on the show with us, please write to myself at sherry.emily@gmail.com, or you can send an email to Sheldon at
sheldonsnow01@gmail.com.
We would love for you to send in an MP3 of your music for us to review it. We appreciate it and thank you very much. You can also meet us in our Facebook group at www.facebook.com groups Rock On Spotlight. That way you get to see all the great artists that we've already had on the show. In the meantime, we hope you enjoy it. And tonight, we have a special guest in store for you. We have Sabrina Fallah. She is a rock artist from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and natural on stage with her polished vocals to her guitar playing. This talented singer-songwriter has a powerful voice and a lot of personality. Sabrina has already made a name for herself by performing wherever possible over the years. Some of her music influences include Green Day, Bon Jovi, and Billy Idol. And with that being said, we welcome Sabrina Fallah and hello Sheldon to Rock On Spotlight.
Hi Sherry.
How you doing?
Hi, hey guys.
Hi Sabrina.
How are you?
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well.
Welcome to Rock On Spotlight.
Welcome to the show.
We're so excited.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. We're so excited about having you here tonight. So why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, like you said, I'm from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Yes, ma'am.
I play the guitar and the piano, and I'm a rock singer, and I also write my own songs, and I co-write. And I love to perform. I love music. It's my life, and I hope to do it for a very long time.
We're so excited.
You know, you started writing short stories actually when you were in school.
Yes.
And you started learning the piano at the age of 10. And then one day a friend of your family advised you that since you can't carry the piano around with you, that maybe you should learn another instrument like guitar.
Yes, exactly.
He does his homework, Sabrina.
Yes.
Watch out.
But it's true. It's true. But the funny thing is you can carry a keyboard, but at the same time, I prefer playing the guitar because I think it suits me better with my style of music. But I learned the piano first for theory and for the notes, and from then on I could play the guitar because I knew chords and all that. So it made it a lot easier to play another instrument.
Well, you know, I like this is that you actually, before you really got into guitar, you rented one for a month.
Yes.
Before you actually bought one.
Yes, and then after I rented one, I'm like, why am I renting it? Why don't I just get one? Because I liked it so much, I didn't want to give it back, you know? So I decided, I gave it back. I actually returned it earlier to the guitar shop and said, can I just buy a guitar? Sure. So I got one, and it's the blue one that I'm always using at my shows. So yeah.
It's a beautiful one too, as a matter of fact. So what?
It's a Yamaha.
Nice, nice. So what got you started? I mean, was it childhood? Did your parents get you started into music? What inspired you to become a musician?
When I was a child, my cousin, who was into music, would always play his guitar, and he would buy CDs from the record stores and show me the bands he was listening to. So he was always talking about the music industry with me and the bands. So that kind of got me into wanting to know more and get into it. So I have to say, I think my cousin got me into music, but also I wanted to do it at the same time. Eventually, I stuck to it and wanted to pursue it. So
that's awesome.
You, one of your influences is Green Day.
Yes.
And after you heard American Idiot, that's when you decided that this was really something that the kind of genre that you wanted to get into, right?
Yes, exactly. what happened was when I heard that record, I knew that was what I wanted to do. There was just something about the sound, the way it was written. Just I got hooked to it and I fell in love. And I'm like, I want to be like this. Not copying Green Day, but oh yeah, I'm going to get into this style of music and try it out. And then I had to try to find my sound. And every song I've done every album I've done has a different sound to it, but I'm still searching for more sound. But I knew that was what I wanted, so I had to work to get to the sound I wanted. But yeah, Green Day has helped me a lot with my music too. Also with my songwriting too.
You've been compared to Joan Jett.
Yes, I have. And also, I've been compared to Pat Benatar, the Cranberries. The Cranberries, I'm still trying to figure out where in my voice do I sound like the lead singer of the Cranberries. But people say it. They keep saying it. I'm like, well, I'm trying to hear it. I'm trying to hear it. But I don't hear it.
It could be the look.
But yeah, it's great.
The photo that I'm looking at, to me, you resemble a lot of Pat Benatar. In the photo.
I get Joan Jett too.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
But they look a lot alike.
A younger Joan Jett. Yeah.
Yes, a younger Joan Jett.
Well, that's what they say. You're a younger.
You're
well,
adorable.
Obviously.
Now, with your music, do you write all your music? You said you write your lyrics. Do you write all your music, or do you have somebody that you collaborate with?
I have plenty of songs in my file that I have written that aren't out yet. But when I went to Nashville to write this record, I had ideas in my mind, as well as the songwriters had ideas too. So we put it together. So I actually co-wrote this record, but it's very close to my heart.
We have 5 of your songs that we like to play tonight, and what we like to do is have you pick your songs and tell us a little bit about the song, the meaning behind it, why you wrote it, and whatnot. So we have Didn't Last.
Oh yeah.
We have Didn't Last, Hurt, Kiss a Killer, Paradise Comes with a Price, and our 30-second intro, Stuck Up. So which one would you like us to play first, and tell us a little bit about that song?
I think I'll start with Kiss is a Killer since it's the title of the album.
Okay.
And Kiss is a Killer, I co-wrote it in Nashville. And it's a funny story because I walked into the room to meet the songwriter and he literally just told me Kiss is a Killer. So I'm thinking, is that the title? Is that the lyric? Like, what's going on? So he started playing some ideas he had already for the song, and it sounded, I was like, okay, do more. It sounds so good. But I knew the minute he told me the title, it was going to be the name of the album, and it was going to be the single on the record. But the theme, I thought for the song, so the idea for it, I thought about Grease. The bad boys with the leather jackets and the leather pants thinking they can get all the girls, and of course they give the best kisses, right?
That's right.
That is the theme, and then I talk about it in the song. So that's what I thought about for the song, and I love Grease anyway. So I'm so happy I thought of that to put in the song. So.
Okay, so we're going to let the audience hear it, and this is Kiss is a Killer by Sabrina Fallah. Enjoy.
Sugar
Kiss is a Killer by Sabrina Fallah, right here on Rock On Spotlight. That was awesome. I loved it.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Your first EP of songs you recorded in England with Stuart Epps,
Yes.
very prominent producer there.
Yes.
And then with this one, you went to Nashville,
Yes.
and you worked with Kent Wells. Why Nashville?
Well, I was at the time I was looking to do something else to make new music. So I was just searching on the net and I found some people and connected with them.
You stalked him.
Well, no, I didn't stalk him. The people that I worked with knew him. So,
Okay.
But what happened was,
We'll accept that.
At first, I was like, really, you want a rocker girl? Like, really, in Nashville? Isn't it like country? And then they're like, no, we accept everything now. So
Right.
I didn't know that Nashville has changed, because I'm so used to hearing all the country stars making it in Nashville. And I'm like, I'm going to Nashville? Awesome. But it's really beautiful there, and it's so nice there. Everybody pretty much knows each other.
Right.
And it's just
very
like a
it's
music
very
city.
tight-knit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very tight knit. Everybody knows each other, and it isn't just country anymore. There's singer-songwriters, rock and rollers, especially the singer-songwriter aspect of things. I think is really prominent in Nashville, right?
Yes, yes.
How does the music affect your lyrics and vice versa?
How does the music affect my lyrics?
Yes, and vice versa.
Yeah, which comes first, the music, lyrics?
Vice versa. Sometimes I hum a tune. Sometimes I think of a lyric, and sometimes I sing them together out of the blue. So it's very hard to explain my songwriting method, because honestly, I can write bridge first, chorus first, verse first, even second verse first, then first verse. Like, it's all over the place. But it always ends up in one piece in the end. But yeah.
I like your original answer. It's vice versa. That's good.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Okay, I'll keep it at that.
So what type of recording processes do you use?
I go into the studio, and normally I normally have a band there recording for me. So and of course I hired them, because I don't really have a band. So the producer will get them to lay down the tracks. And then for Stuart, I recorded my vocals with the band. But for Nashville, I just sang with the band when they were laying the tracks down. So I didn't really sing live with them, but I've had both experiences. But
which one do you prefer?
Honestly, as long as I'm singing, right? Like, every producer has a different method. So Stuart wanted me to do it live off the floor. Kent wanted me to be in the studio, and he wanted to do it piece by, not like line by line, but section by section, and really get every part really punching and getting it from the heart and soul, pushing it into that microphone. He didn't want me to sing it over and over and get tired. Mm-hmm. But he didn't cut and paste anything. It's perfectly how it was laid out. He really wanted me to get everything perfect. And I think a lot of artists do that now.
I've heard a lot of artists also say that they really kind of like that organic sound of doing it live, where it actually, even on the record, you can hear the little mix-ups, the little tiny quirks that actually makes it sound like it's them and not something that's been so put into post-production that you can't tell who it is.
Right.
Yeah, this was a very different way of recording for me.
Well, thank you for answering and sharing that.
When you worked with Kent Wells in Nashville, how much of a pre-production went into And doing that EP compared to what you had to do when you went into England with Stuart Epps.
England with Stuart Epps. The difference was I already had my songs done here. He heard the tracks, he liked them, he gave the song to the band, they learned the song, and then they knew it the minute I got there. But for Nashville, I had a week to write the songs. Then I had to go into the studio with Kent Wells to make sure the songs were in the right key range for me and do any arrangements that had to be done. Then he gave it to the band, and then I had to to sing it with them to record. So it was a different way of doing it. But I really liked it because I've never really sat with the producer and go through a song for my key and all that. It was a wonderful experience because I learned a lot.
Well, that's part of it, isn't it? You know, I mean, going into the studio, especially when you're working with a good producer, and this is what helps musicians in order to learn how, you know, eventually you can do it yourself, right?
Also, I think he wanted to see how high I could go with my voice. oh yeah, Stuck Up, he made me go so high. He's like, you're going there. And then some songs, he kept me more in my chest for the softy edge. So he wanted to see where my voice could go also, to see which song needs that. So
how many octaves do you have?
I don't.
In your voice. How many octaves do you think? What's the range of your voice?
Well, okay. That's easier to ask because octave I can't. I don't know.
Okay.
But
the range. Yeah.
I can hit up to an F sharp.
Wow. You'd be breaking glasses.
Sheldon. That's funny.
A high F sharp, not a, yeah.
So tell us, Sabrina, what are some of your high points and low points of your career?
Oh, like what I've had struggles in and what I haven't? Is that what you mean?
Well, you know, like what are the best moments and then what are the lowest points of your singing career?
Well, the best moments is waking up in the morning and being happy of being where you are and knowing that the record you put out or the single you put out or the show you did last night went actually well. I didn't forget a lyric or break a chord and get stuck there going, I can't continue the show, right? The lowest moment is when you have your down days. Like when you don't know what's going on. Honestly, from an artist point of view, when you're down, it's like you're wondering what to do next if you're stuck. And as an artist, you can get stuck. So I think that's it.
Do you ever get writer's block?
Well,
Oh yeah.
Okay, Sheldon.
Yeah. And I don't know how to get out of it. I just do. I don't know.
You know, and being when you're in a creative mood, and I've talked to other artists, you know, when they get the inspiration and that creative mood, that's when they're the happiest.
Of course.
Right.
Especially when you have another songwriter who is involved with you and likes the idea of the song too.
Do you do like collaborating?
I actually love collaborating, but I also like to sit in my room and think of my own lyrics and then give it to somebody else and put some input in it.
I would like to go into another song if we may.
Okay.
Okay, so what song would you like us to play next, Sabrina, and tell us a little bit about that?
I'm going to go in the order of my records, so
Okay.
I think Stuck Up should be next.
Okay.
And speaking about writer's block, I had to write a song one day, and I was going crazy because I didn't know what to write about. And I was thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and I got so angry that I just said "Stuck Up" out of the blue. So that's how that song came about. I know I just felt angry because people can be so stuck up or whatever. It just like nobody in the area was being stuck up. I was just like so angry. I thought about that. It just came out. So you know what that song's about, right? People who think
Yeah.
they're the best, they know everything. So the song is supposed to be fun. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but there are people out there who are stuck up. So
Okay, so this is
I have to say it.
Here's the song with the caveat.
that's right. Stuck Up by Sabrina Fallah. Enjoy.
You're so far above it all, and I'm down below. You act like you'll never fall, but what you don't know, that's what Humpty Dumpty thought. The world revolved around him until he got a face full of the ground that's coming at you now. You're so stuck up, stuck up. Don't know who you think you are, but grow up. That's enough. No, you're really not so far above. You're just stuck up. She says hi, but you pretend that you don't hear her. And that's why your one true friend is in the mirror. Fairest of them all, along with all your power. I'll be at the ball while you spend the hours stuck up in your tower. You're so stuck up, stuck up. Don't know who you think you are, but grow up. That's enough. No, you're really not so far above. You're just stuck up. Why are you so mean? Why are you so rude? What makes you think you're better than me? What if you could see past your attitude? Why does anybody have to be stuck up? Stuck up. Don't know who you think you are, but grow up. That's enough. No, you're really not so far above. Stuck up, stuck up. Don't know who you think you are, but grow up. That's enough. No, you're really not so far above. You're just stuck up. You're just stuck up. You're just stuck up.
Sabrina Fallah right here on Rock On Spotlight. Stuck Up. You know, there's a few people I could actually send that song to. That is such a great song.
I
So,
think,
so Sabrina, do you get
I
nervous?
think we all could.
I know. Do you get Sabrina? Do you get nervous before you go on stage? And if you do, how do you deal with it?
I get very excited, which can lead to getting nervous because if you're excited and then you go on stage, oh my gosh. I sometimes do, but when I get on stage halfway through the first song, I'm like, I got this. But I've performed so much that I try to breathe before I go on stage. I try to get to the venue or the place earlier to feel inside of it, to step on the stage just to get the feeling. But if I am very nervous, because I have been like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to forget my lyrics, or I'm blank, and that has happened. And then I go on stage, it's there. But
Yeah.
you just have like a long, some days you're just so tired and you're dealing with a lot of other things in your life, and then you have a show and it's like, oh my gosh. I just get on the stage and everything comes back to me. Like, it's where I belong. It's where I feel I belong. So if I'm having a bad day and I have to go on stage, it's actually a good thing for me, because if I get into music, I feel better because I can put it in a song. And then if I'm singing a song about similar to what I was dealing with that day, it actually helps. So
That's good.
yeah.
When that's the case, when you get in front of your audience and you forget the lyrics to your own songs, you ask them, say, "Hey, sing this one for me, and I'll catch it back with you." All right.
I if I forget lyrics to my own songs, I'm dead. So I just either I just don't say anything, or I just keep going. If I forget lyrics to a cover song that people know, the crowd's singing already. So
Yeah,
I don't
right. They'll remind
really have to worry.
So, Sabrina, are you originally from Ottawa, Canada?
Yeah, I was born there.
Because you have a little bit of a English accent, you know? I was
That's
just
because she
and-
recorded in English.
I was just wondering where she's getting that from.
People say I have a French accent.
Well, yeah, that kind of,
That's what I was
there
thinking.
you
It's
go.
more like French.
I was
I
trying to
don't
make
think
it out.
it's English. I think it's French.
Yeah.
Do you speak
I
French?
can't really speak British. I don't know.
It's just, like...
But
I don't
I
know,
do watch Coronation Street, and I still can't even try to speak like them. So I don't know.
It's funny.
It's just unique. You have a very unique voice. So, now I have another question. Do you have any siblings that are into music, or are you the only one?
I'm the only child, actually.
Oh, I did
I'm
not know
alone.
that.
I'm the single girl.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm sure
My
your
parents have to deal with me.
I'm sure they support you generously, don't they?
They support me from the beginning till now, saying don't stop, keep going,
That's good.
keep going, keep going. They just want to see me be happy in life, right? All
Right.
parents want to see their child happy in what they love to do. So,
Well, your parents surrounded you with music, really, when you were a child.
yeah, exactly.
And you won your first singing competition when you were 14. What did you sing?
I sang One Day by Simple Plan. And I
Aw.
thank them to this day because every time I hear that song, I'm like, I won the contest.
Aw, that is so sweet.
Yes, it is a.
Wow.
Yeah. Too bad
that's
I
when you
can't
know-
meet them, eh?
And that's when you knew you wanted to do it.
Yeah, because I faced my fear of performing. I cried for 2 hours before I got on that stage, and then after I won, I'm like, I guess I can do it. Like I said, as soon as I walked on that stage, all that fear went. I just loved it so much. I forgot I was crying for 2 hours.
Aw. So
Yeah, but I was very young. Yeah.
how do you balance your music with your other obligations? Relationship, work, and stuff like that.
Well, right now, music is my full-time job. Personal life can be hard because, honestly, I have sacrificed a lot. And I've gone through a lot of problems because of it, and I've lost friends because of it. So when you want something, you go for what you want. And some people don't want to be there or want to support you or want to do things your way. So I've dealt with a lot, but I do have some friends who actually want to see me doing what I love, and they always ask me how I'm doing, and they're there for me. But some people don't have the patience, or I don't know what's wrong with those people. But
Jealous.
Well, I've heard that some of the
Right.
toughest critics that an artist can have are their family and friends.
That's
that true?
Yeah.
Yes.
critics, well, you would think your family and friends like you, right? Critics in what way? Like
But I
she's
mean,
not home
discourage
enough, or-
as far as discouraging, kind of what it is that your dream is. It's sometimes, I've heard other artists say that, well, I'm going to be, I want to get into music, I want to get into acting, I want to get into film, whatever. And
Yeah.
so, there's a tough road. I mean, your friends and family are the ones that are they kind of are the ones that don't give you necessarily the support that you want.
that happened with my friends. My parents and my family are pushing me like, don't give up, keep going. If you have your down days, just know there's another day. You can wake up and be happy again. But with friends, some friends I had to walk away from, and that's from my song Hurt, which you will hear later on. And some friends I have who just, I want to see them succeed, they want to see me succeed. I just don't know why some friends can't be fair, can't show support to you when you show support to them.
Well, and speaking
and
of
that's
Hurt,
when, yeah.
Speaking of Hurt, because you really do when you write songs like Hurt, you kind of wear your emotions on your sleeve there, don't you?
That song was like, I don't care if that person hears it. I want them to know the truth. I've never been so open like that in a song before. Actually, when I wrote that song, I left my friend like a couple months before, so it was pretty fresh. So I was really feeling that ache at that time. Now I've grieved, I'm better, but then it's like, that's exactly how I felt. So.
Well, let's go
into that. And I'm sure
that.
a lot of people go through that. Yeah.
Can we play that song? Can we go into that song?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what the song's about, is about being hurt by others.
Sitting on this floor tonight, above the broken boulevard, teardrops falling, midnight calling, holding tight to this guitar. Can't stop thinking about all the things you did to me, trying to find a melody that doesn't sound like misery. It's only a feeling. Hurt, the pain can start the healing in my soul. Such a hard four-letter word. No one deserves this kind of hurt. When I needed someone, you were never there. You had to star in your own show. You didn't care about what I wanted, but I'm finally letting go of the hurt. It's only a feeling. Hurt, the pain can start the healing in my soul. Such a hard four-letter word. No one deserves this kind of hurt. Since the day I said goodbye, I'm better off without you. Sometimes the truth can hurt. The pain can start the healing in my soul. Such a hard four-letter word. No one deserves this kind of hurt.
Hurt by Sabrina Fallah. That was absolutely beautiful, Sabrina. That brought me to tears.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that was beautiful. Truly.
In that song, you say hurt, such a hard four-letter word. I'm finally letting go of the hurt. It's only a feeling, hurt the pain can start the healing in my soul. And
Yeah.
how much, when you wrote this song, how much of it was for like, I don't know, self-therapy for yourself?
Yes, actually, that's an interesting question because in the end, it kind of, I mean, it did turn out to be kind of a song that I'm singing to heal. So yeah, it could go that way too. I'm pretty much saying I'm gonna let it go and I'm gonna heal because I did in the end, and I actually I got stronger too because now I'm not gonna let that bug me anymore. And like
And,
with those kind of friends.
another good point that I want to add here, and we've had this conversation before, Sherry, with other artists, is that if you are in a relationship with a singer-songwriter, do not piss that person off.
Because we're sensitive and we put it on paper and sell it.
That's so
right.
true. That was good.
But I don't tell people I write about them. But you know, if you get in my bad books.
Well, if they
No,
hear
no.
it, they know it's about them, right? So it's like, okay,
Yeah, I don't
here.
put any names, but
No,
yeah.
no. But if we had a relationship and it broke up, not quite in the way we wanted to, and you wrote a song, and I say, well, wait a minute, that's about me. Then I'll know.
And then I would say, how do you know it could be about somebody else? But yeah.
That's so true, though, because you know how many people could say that?
If somebody did say that to me, I would totally twist it and say, no. And then I'll be laughing, going,
At
Kinda
least you're
reminds me
honest.
of Joni Mitchell, that old Joni Mitchell song, "You're So Vain." That's supposed to be written about Bob Dylan, but nobody really knows, and she's never really
Really?
let on
Wow, I
who
didn't
it
know
was
that.
about, right? But it was
wow, I
definitely
didn't
about somebody
know
that
that.
she had a relationship with. Yeah, and Bob Dylan was one of those that was in the mix. But yeah. So
Wow.
once again, folks, if you're listening out there, and if you're dating a singer-songwriter, do not make that
Be
person
careful.
mad. They'll write a hit song about you.
But honestly, sad songs sell.
That is true.
For me,
That is true.
I realize when people hear sad songs, it's like they can relate because a lot of people are feeling down. But I don't mean it in a bad way. But I can listen to a sad song more than a jumpy, happy song.
People
Just
love to
because
cry.
life is. I know.
But people have
That's
to
why.
release it, and a
That's-
good sappy song will help them release
Exactly.
it. So,
Yeah. So
speaking
it's
of
good to have both.
speaking of
Okay.
which, we have a few fan-based questions that we like to ask, if you don't mind answering them. Okay? One
Okay.
of them you kind of already answered. We know Elvis Presley, but the fan-based question would be, if you could play in any other band, which band would that be? With them.
Green Day.
Green Day.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I could have predicted that one.
I'll be-
Really?
Like, Billy, get off the stage. I'm taking the band now. He'll be like, but what do you mean I made this band? Not anymore. No, I'm joking. I would probably want to sing with them, like a backup or something. But I think it would be cool to perform with them. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good. You answered that so quickly. We know Green Day. Okay, the next question. What was your favorite concert when you were younger?
Really? You're asking me that? Green Day.
Green Day. Next question.
Okay, and and the last one. Okay, now you have to do more than Green Day now.
I'll answer this last one for her too.
No. Well,
Green Day.
we know Green Day would be one. Okay, name your 5 favorite top bands.
Green Day.
Okay, Green Day.
That's fun.
Bon Jovi, Billy Idol, Simple Plan, and I like Avril Lavigne, but I have to add Kelly Clarkson in it.
Those are great
Billy
answers.
Idol. Why Billy Idol?
because I saw him live and he's hot. And I tell you, he can move it and he can perform like he is so fit. So okay.
Well, I think of a lineup here. I can think of a great lineup. You, Billy Idol, and Elvis on the same stage.
Oh, that
That'd
would
be
be
great.
awesome.
Wouldn't that?
Yeah, that'd be really good.
For real.
But but can Elvis sing in Green Day? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I bet you he could.
You might be surprised. Like I can totally see Elvis trying to sing Holiday. That would be. I wish he was alive so we could hear it. Oh, that'd
Well,
be
I'm
great.
sure there'll be a computer program coming out soon.
Yeah.
Hey.
Elvis singing modern tunes.
Ooh,
Right?
that would
Yeah,
be so
yeah,
cool.
that'd be so cool.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, we said it together.
Yeah, we did. Okay, so now we want to go into your next song, Sabrina. So tell us which one you'd like to play next and tell us a little bit about it.
I guess we can talk about Didn't Last because it's about relationships. So Didn't
Okay.
Last, I co-wrote that song also, and the songwriter I wrote it with thought about a different song to write first, and I told her that's not a song I would like to write it, but I completely forgot what it was, but it didn't fit for me to sing it. So then I told her, I like to write sad songs. I'm like, can we write a sad song or something, make something up? So she said, okay, let's write some lyrics. And then the lyrics came out first. And then we thought of the title Didn't Last. So the song is basically about a relationship that had a lot of suffering and pain in it. So the girl was not really comfortable in it, and she wants to walk away from it, and she will never forgive the guy and never give him another chance, basically.
Okay. So this
And
is...
that can happen with any kind of relationship.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. So this is Didn't Last by Sabrina Fallah. Enjoy.
Very cool.
Release me, don't try to make this harder than it's gonna be. Release me, don't tell me that you love
Didn't Last by Sabrina Fallah right here on Rock On Spotlight. That was beautiful. All of your music is just wonderful, Sabrina.
That
I'm
was
very
nice.
honored to have you on the show tonight.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, we have young listeners that listen to our show,
Right.
and they're also artists, and they are
Mhm.
mastering their craft and want to get their music out there, get it heard, be professional at what they're doing. What kind of advice would you give to them?
To keep going and not to give up. And to know that you will get to your goal as long as you believe and push forward for it. You have to believe you can do it also, because if you don't believe it, then you won't work as hard for it from experience. The more I believed, the more I could do more to push my music and to go for it. So
Well,
Yeah.
and with that being said, as an independent artist yourself, how do you define success?
I feel every step you take is a success. If you release a record, you succeeded. If you wrote a song, you succeeded. If you met somebody in the business to collaborate, you succeeded. Anything you see that got a response back to you is a success. And if you have a goal, all of that will lead to it.
That was-
But you have to keep going. You have to keep going.
Those are wonderful
Never give up.
answers. Wonderful answers. Great advice, Sabrina. Great advice.
How about a link to where people can buy your
Right.
music?
Oh, well, if they go to my website, sabrinafal.com, at the top, all my social medias are there, and they can click the iTunes
Okay, that sounds great.
to go to buy it. So, yeah.
Anything in the works?
Hopefully a next record coming out. I'm still thinking about it, but no set date. But you have to give me time because creativity needs time.
That's right. When you do do the next record, any plans on doing it live or doing it like you did the last one?
I don't know. It really depends on who I'm working with next, actually, because every producer does it differently.
Right.
But I would love to do it again the way I did it with Kent Wells. Going in, arranging the song, getting the right key, feeling it, choosing the song. I learned a lot from that process, and I felt
Doing it
that
track by
the
track.
produce. Yeah, but also going into the studio, I felt that the producer wanted to make sure it was comfortable for me too, and getting me involved in the process makes me feel like I'm involved. Because sometimes if the producer doesn't bring you in, it's like, why am I not in that mixing room, hearing my tracks back and saying if I like it or not? Like, I want to be in the room. I want to see everything in here.
You need the import. You need the import, not import. you need the input. Thank you. You need the input to let them know what it is that you're feeling in the song, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
Very cool.
Sabrina, do you have any shout outs?
Go ahead, Sherry.
Real quick, you want to say hi to anybody?
I can't think of anybody right now.
You can say hello to me, and we'll just get it over with.
Aw.
There's so many people.
I'm just kidding.
I shout out to everybody who is listening, and thank you for tuning in.
Aw, that's sweet. Thank you, Sabrina.
Thank you.
Very cool, Sabrina. Thank you so much. And we would like to leave out with a track. Which one would you like to end with?
Paradise Comes with a Price.
Okay. Got it, Sherry?
I got it, but I want her to tell a little bit about Paradise Comes with a Price first.
Oh, yes. Yes, please do.
Please.
So Paradise Comes with a Price was a song I wrote at 10 o'clock at night. It was so late, and the songwriter had to work all day, so when he came by, I was like, I am so tired. I don't care. I'm putting my pajama pants on to be comfortable because I'm so tired, and I don't even think I had coffee because I had to sing because coffee and caffeine can interfere with the vocals. But I had a cookie though. I didn't care. I had a cookie. I treated myself. But Joe, the songwriter, actually told me he wanted to write a sad song. He just said, I want to write a sad song. I want to
Wait a
write
minute.
a song.
Wait, hold on. I need to interject here just a second. How can you write a sad song while you're eating a cookie?
Because I had the cookie a while before I came into because I was trying to wake up.
Okay.
That's funny.
Anyway, so I told him, let's write a song about drugs and alcohol, how people drink a lot. But he thought about, why don't we write about mental illness? So I said, okay, depression. So then I was thinking about Robin Williams when I was writing that song because it's so sad about what happened to him.
Right.
So I just thought about him and the idea, and then I thought about what would somebody in that state go through and do. And then, so the song is about depression, and I wrote it to help people who are dealing with it not to give up and to have hope. Don't let go.
God bless you. Paradise Comes with a Price by Sabrina Fallah, and we are ending out with that song tonight, and we thank everybody in the audience for tuning in tonight and listening to our great guests, and we'll talk to you next week and hear about you next week and everything next week. We're back every single week.
Sabrina, we loved you.
Yes.
Thank
it was
you
awesome.
so much for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Have a great night, everybody.
Excellent.
And Paradise.
Good night, Sherry.
Good night, Sheldon. Paradise Comes
Good night,
with a Price.
everybody.
All alone in your hotel room, bloodshot eyes looking to leave the gloom, climbing up that stairway where you can almost taste the sky, then dropping through the atmosphere, asking yourself why through tears, that needle in your vein feels like ice. On a night like this you don't think twice. Paradise comes with a price. Too hard to listen to advice. Your heart and mind stuck in a vice. Paradise comes with a price. When you come crashing down, you can't let go and touch the ground. Is that what you really want, to leave this world right now? So stuck in hopelessness, deep in your own darknesses, you push yourself to the edge. Leave that note behind.